Welcome to day 5 of the Get Connected Movement Challenge. Today's practice, we're going to be incorporating more crawling, more get-up patterns, and there's going to be more of this emphasis on balance, which is really going to challenge how you execute some of these movements and transitions. For my check-in today, I'm going to be working primarily in a seated position using the side bend sit and the cross-legged sit, adding in some reaches, some rotations to create the stretches that are going to warm me up for today's practice. So make sure you're breathing deeply as you start out with these check-in movements. Pay attention to how these movements feel in your body. See if there's any differences going on between right and left sides. And just use this as time to collect information about how you're going to practice today. All right, let's get into the first round of today's sequence. We're starting with side bent sit hip switches. Probably pretty familiar with this one by now. If so, you can start to increase the tempo and make this movement a little bit more dynamic. Make sure it stays fluid. Next, we've got a rolling crawl transition. From foot-hand crawl position, one leg is going to reach up and step across the body to pull you over into inverted crawl. From the inverted crawl, you're going to take your arm and reach across until that pulls you through your roll back to the foot-hand crawl position. Sit the hips back and get ready for the kneeling get-up, which is up next. Tuck the toes, lean back and suck back through your hips to catch yourself in the deep knee bend position. If that's a little bit too much for you, you can always give yourself some extra support by using your hands. We'll transition next into the lateral shuffle crawl. It's a personal favorite of mine. So starting in that low knee bend position, reach your hands across your body, plant the hands and shift weight into the arms so you push through the ground. Shuffle step your feet past your hands. Last in our sequence, we've got the rolling get up. So we're drawing back on that tucked rock that we've done in previous practices. We're creating enough momentum to rock all the way up onto our feet and up to standing. You might rock up into a deep squat position or rock up into a half kneeling position. That brings us back to the top of the sequence. Follow along with me for 2 more rounds. All right, that's going to bring us to the end of our day 5 practice. Hopefully you're starting to see some improvements. You're starting to get more coordinated and fluid, and that's what happens when we practice consistently. It might seem awkward at first, but things do come together in time. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 6.